myself.
Yeah, I want to ask, like, what's some lessons that you've learned that you can share with myself, with those who are watching this video? You can do about 3.
I'll say this. I haven't learned anything yet.
Mm.
I have started hearing things he's showing me that I now get to put into practice. And so maybe in a year, maybe I will have learned it, So I'm cautious to say, I 7 weeks did not just make everything different.
That's a lesson I need to learn. Is there is not a lesson immediately after you go through something. Like, just keep doing what the Lord has told you. Because sometimes I'm like, man, Lord, what do you want me to get from that? Like, I'll be trying to look for lessons and like getting a flat tire. I'm like, was it too
I think
old?
we can see the Lord. The Lord can teach us things.
Yeah.
I think the main things is He has everything I really need.
Mm.
It's okay to stop. It's actually you need to stop and to think about yourself. Now, the reason I'm like, is because there's this weird thing in the church, right? Philippians says to, look out for others' interests above your own.
Yeah.
But Jesus said, love your neighbor as yourself. So you got to know how to love yourself well. And I have not done that well for a lot of years. And so this is something that I'm learning how to do.
Yeah.
I'm in process.
I think churches have, that's a lesson. Like, churches have to learn how not to like burn people out. I've been at churches where as soon as like the altar call, the next Sunday, or even at the end of service, they're like, what ministry you want to serve in? All right, what are your gifts and talents? Okay, we're going to put you over here with the kids, and then we meet 4 times out of the week. Is that okay with you? All right, sign right here. And you're like, bro, this person is a new believer. They're just trying to figure all this out. Like, pump the brakes. Let them like learn and grow and fully like experience Jesus before you start.
What did Paul do? What did Paul do before his ministry took off? When he went from Saul to Paul, he went away for 3 years with Jesus in Arabia.
Jesus, bro. 3 years.
I'm sure there was probably some people in there somewhere, maybe.
Yeah.
But intimacy with the Lord is necessary, and the Father wants to spend time with you. And I think also for the folks out there who are married in ministry with children, your family is so important. And that's something, I learned this from you a lot. I've taken principles from you over the years. And one I've actually implemented this week, which I won't tell you until I've practiced it for a while. I know. Let it out, Derry. Let it out there. But I will tell you this. Like, I just talked to a friend of mine this morning who was praying for me during the sabbatical. I was kind of updating him on the sabbatical. And he said that he had spoken to a pretty prominent leader in a very prominent denomination. And that leader told him, the one thing I regret in the years of planting churches, and this denomination growing was, I wish I had spent more time with my family. I don't want to keep revisiting that statement.
Yeah.
And therefore, I may have to make some sacrifices that may be very opposite of Western Christianity or even Western ways of working and thinking about our schedules that might not be popular or might not even necessarily always be readily accepted.
And they need to go down. They were talking about this 4-day work week. I'm all for it, bro. Like, go ahead and sign that. I don't know what party it is. I don't care. But 4 days, cool.
If we can learn how to stop pleasing every person and me, if I can not be a people pleaser, but be obedient to what the Father has called me to do as the husband of Pamela, as the father of Anne Marie, as the father of Emmy, and understand my children and my wife by not filtering them through anybody else, and be fully present and attentive to what their needs are before the Lord, I think that I will prioritize things differently sometimes and be more present with them, even in the midst of busy seasons.